Now, many people think that wealth will solve all their problems, but as our next guest will tell you, that's not always the case. In his new drama series, money is causing a whole lot of problems. We're so happy to be joined by Seth Gabel. He's an actor in the new ABC drama, Dirty Sexy Money, that premieres tonight. Seth, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, with a title like Dirty Sexy Money, this show is attracting a lot of attention. Tell us about the show.
The show is so much fun. It's about this billionaire family that has so much money that they don't know what to do with themselves. I just calculated it in the car. We have $32 billion, which means that if you spend $1 million every day, it would take you 87 years to spend all the money. So it's basically about us just going around trying to figure out what to do with ourselves. My character, Jeremy Darling, spends his time sort of drinking and hobnobbing with other celebrities and basically getting into trouble. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play it.
All right, well, let's take a look at a clip from the show. Here's a bit of Dirty Sexy Money.
Dad's gonna kill me.
He's not gonna kill you.
Then he'll have me killed.
Can you just give us a minute, please? I'll talk to him. It's gonna be all right.
It's not gonna do any good, all right? He thinks I'm a loser, and he's right. And look at me. I can't even win a yacht without getting arrested. I have the worst life in the world.
Jeremy.
What I do, Nick?
Jeremy, shut up.
What?
You have all the money you're ever gonna need. You're never gonna have to work a day in your life. 30,000 people die of starvation every day. Did you know that? Every day.
Yeah, 7 billion people.
No, the point is that life for most people is a living hell. Your life is not the worst life in the world by any stretch of the imagination. Any.
When we see you talking about the money there in that clip, I mean, what have you learned about wealth while making this show?
It doesn't answer all your problems. I mean, we think that it's going to make things a little bit easier. It's going to make life a little bit more fun, but it turns out it just sort of raises the stakes. Any problems that you did have at any point in your life are just made a little bit bigger by having the money and a little bit more popular by having the media attention on you, which makes it even harder.
And speaking of that attention, I mean, wealthy families are constantly in the spotlight, from the Kennedys to the Hiltons to the Osbournes. Does Dirty Sexy Money draw any parallels to these families?
I think it does. I mean, we don't base it upon anyone in particular, but it's sort of an eclectic mix of all of those stories, and you can definitely see elements of all those families in the Darlings, and I think it's quite well represented.
And you're working with an incredible cast on this one. Big stars, Donald Sutherland, Peter Krause, Billy Baldwin. I mean, tell us what it's like on set. What's the chemistry like?
It's incredible. Everyone is so humble. I mean, there are numbers on the call sheets where, Peter Krause will be #1, Donald Sutherland #2, but no one acts like their number. When you're on the set, everyone is just pulling together as a team, there to make the best work that we possibly can, and they're so generous. They're so generous with the other actors. I mean, you hear about stars sometimes leaving when the shot is not on them and it's on the guy, that this is his first job. But everyone is there from the first reading of the script to the last shot of the day, and it's just spectacular to work with them.
Nice. And you've been on another great show. You were on Nip Tuck, where you were part of definitely another dysfunctional family there. It looks like a little theme for you.
Yeah, I've had some good experience with some dysfunction.
And now, what else do you have going on? Because I hear that we can expect to see you on the big screen next year.
Yeah, I did a small bit in Kids in America with Topher Grace, and that's another fun movie. It's there's not as much wealth in it, but the 80s is very wealth centric, so it sort of has some similar moments to our show.